Hello Geek Girl World, I'm Ari, and we got the chance to sit in on a roundtable interview with Ashley Eckstein, founder of her universe and also the voice of Ahsoka Tano in Star Wars The Clone Wars. One of the questions that we wanted to ask her in particular was, did she hear about the rumors about Ahsoka Tano possibly being in one of the live action films, reportedly Rogue One, and if so, did she have a personal preference of who she might want to play Ahsoka in one of the live action films, and if so, who would that be? And this is what she had to say.
I've definitely heard all of the rumors. I can't say whether it would be true or not. I am so not in the know on any of that. If you want to further that rumor, go ahead. Maybe the more we talk about it, maybe the more we talk about it, we can will it to happen. And, you know, in terms of an actress to play her, I think it depends on what age she would be. You know, I think if she ends up being in, you know, whether it would be like episode 8 or 9, I mean, obviously she's going to be really old. And so, I mean, that would be like, I don't know, like Judi Dench or something. Who knows, you know, it'd be incredible. But, you know, if she was younger, like around my age, I mean, I know there's several actresses who would vie for the role, but I hope I would get a part to audition. But at the same time, would be thrilled to see her live action on the screen. So I'll be the first person there to watch it or be in it, or, you know, just support it all the way. So yeah, I don't know. I think it would be depend on if, or I should say when, they learn something, because if we just put it out there.
There were a lot of other outlets there, and a lot of the questions centered on Ahsoka's return in Star Wars Rebels. And here are some of the things that Ashley had to say about playing Ahsoka again as an older, you know, wiser or rugged, traveled Jedi, former Jedi, actually. So here, take a listen.
How excited are you that Ahsoka's back?
Ah, yay! Wait, what is it? Fangirl fail? No, very excited. Very excited. You know, I actually have known for over a year now, and it was a very hard secret to keep. It was easier before before Rebels was on air. And then when Rebels came on air and it was a completely new cast, it was still kind of an easy secret to keep. And then Fulcrum came into the storyline, and everyone, I guess, what was it, like pitched up my voice and nailed it on the first, like literally that evening.
Thanks,
everyone was like, it's Ashley. And I'm like, darn it. So then I kind of went into hiding. And then I guess the French actress on her like IMDb page, it got her. No, I don't want to blow anything, and I don't want to lie. I don't want to lie either. So I just didn't want to talk until it aired. So thrilled. You know, I think what a lot of you know is I'm a fan. Like, yes, I'm biased with Ahsoka, but I'm an Ahsoka fan outside of me being the voice of her. So I'm doing what she's doing now. So I was thrilled.
Yeah. I think everybody was thrilled.
I think the thing with the lightsabers, from what I've heard him say, is obviously she is no longer a Jedi, so, you know, that's why the color has to be different. But in terms of her costume, I want to hear from Dave, more of the story about the evolution of her new costume. But one thing he did tell me before is, you know, she's been out there on her own. So she's had to probably take different scraps and make her own costumes. So, you know, I still don't know where she's been. So I'd like to know where she found those scraps and what she's been doing. But you know, she had to be resourceful with what she had, and so hopefully one day we'll find out more about where she was when she came up with that costume and those lightsabers.
I'm sure she was just on a space farm with Rex.
Well, that was the theory. I mean, right? She was on the pony farm.
Went to the mall shop with Adventures and I was like, can you believe that, Obi-Wan?
I'm sure you've seen the figure that's coming out for her.
I did. It's awesome. I hope I can get my hands on one. Add it to the collection.
I hope they actually come out.
Yes.
I'm sure they will. Hopefully we're able to find it. I still never got the live action Ahsoka.
Oh.
No, wait.
You
gave it. Now I think about it. I did get it. Sorry. As soon as I said that, I was like, wait, Corey gave it to me.
Wolfpack comes through.
Yeah. Sorry, Corey. I literally realized it as I was talking.
Hi, Ashley. Scott with Assembly of Geeks.
Yes, good to see you.
Good to see you. I remember when first interviewed you back in 2011, when things were just getting started with Clone Wars. There was, there was a lot of excitement. You were new going into the whole Star Wars universe thing, talking about that experience. So, how long was it between the time that Clone Wars ended and you found out Ahsoka was coming back in Rebels? And what was that experience like? And how excited are you to think that you're really getting now the chance to grow with this character way beyond anything that you thought before?
Yeah, it was probably almost a year before I found out.
Really?
So, obviously, everyone with the Clone Wars, we stayed close. We still talk. Dave Filoni, we talk all the time. So, he would tell me about Rebels and what they were doing. And so I knew about the show. I didn't know if Ahsoka was going to come back on it. And I think I was just so happy that, for him and that he was on a new project, and for the crew of Clone Wars, that, Joel Aaron and, so many of the same crew, they were working on Rebels. So, just as a fan of their work, I was thrilled that it was continuing. And then, to find out that Ahsoka was coming back, a year later was surreal. Because, like I said, I'm a fan, and I think when I said I hoped that we would get to continue her story one day, as a fan, I meant it, because I think we have to know more. We grew so attached to her. It's rare nowadays for a show to be on the air that long.
Yeah.
And really, a lot of kids have grown up with this, literally from 2008 until it ended in 2013, 14.
Yeah,
okay.
2 years.
Yeah.
She actually came back.
Yeah.
So, we all grew attached to these characters, so me included, and to spend that much time with somebody and then to end it on a cliffhanger and then not get to find out more about her, that would have been really sad to me. So I felt that we would always get to know more, and I'm happy that now it's finally here.
How does it feel like sort of be making Ahsoka's return at Celebration?
Oh gosh, I'm thrilled. And I thank you all for your patience. I'm sure you figured out by now that when you asked Dan for an interview and he was like, can we talk to you in April? It was because I just didn't want to talk. I didn't want to talk about it. I didn't want to spoil anything. Even on with the Wolfpack podcast, you guys almost got me.
That listens to that cracked me up. I remember.
Yeah. Well, because I did give you a little hint in there, because I said, Dave Filoni and Henry Gilroy will tell their story. Well, if you picked up on it, Henry Gilroy is now writing on Rebels, and he did write on Clone Wars, and so it was just a little tiny hint that I don't know, you could have looked into it and thought, okay, why is she talking about Henry Gilroy continuing Ahsoka's story? But yeah, it was something that I just tried to avoid, and sorry, what was the second part of your question?
Just how it feels to be back at Celebration, sort of celebrating Ahsoka's return.
This is the perfect place to kind of be with this announcement that she's back. Celebration, Star Wars weekends at Disney and Celebration are my two favorite events, and especially Celebration for Star Wars, because it really is that. It really is a celebration, and it's just fun. It's for us, it's a busy schedule, and you could look at it as work, but it's not work at all. Like, we're fans, we're here for fun, and we get to celebrate, with everyone. And like I said, since I'm a fan, it is like a big celebration of, yay, she's back. Like, I'll be at the Ahsoka Lives photo tomorrow, just thrilled that we can even take that photo, because, she's back in the story. So I couldn't think of a more perfect place to celebrate her return.
Awesome, thank you.
This roundtable interview took place during Star Wars Celebration Anaheim And Ashley had a really great story about Kathleen Kennedy purchasing a Her Universe Star Wars t-shirt for the Star Wars The Force Awakens panel.
I'm Shoshana with Tashi Station.
Yes, hi.
I'm just, what do you think about Kathleen Kennedy wearing Her Universe?
Well, so funny story behind that. I found out I left the convention floor early last night after setup and went to dinner, had eaten a huge Mexican meal, and was very full. And my husband and I were driving, leaving the convention center, but we were like driving right in front of it, and I get a call saying that Kathleen Kennedy is walking to our booth because she wants a shirt. Is anyone there? And I didn't know if anyone was there, but I'm like, if Kathleen Kennedy wants a shirt, I gotta get her a shirt.
Give her a shirt.
So literally, my husband dropped me off right in front of the convention center, and I sprinted. Like, I don't think I've ever run so fast in my entire life. But I had this, like, a full stomach on a Mexican meal, like, almost tossing my cookies. Sorry, TMI. And finally sprint in, and she had actually, somebody was at our booth, and she bought our shirt. Like, she didn't want it for free. She wanted to support the business, which, I mean, it's Kathleen Kennedy. It would be my honor to give her the shirt, and she was like, nope, I wanted to buy it, and thank you, I'm very excited for it. And I'd never met her before. I got to meet her for the first time. And you know, in your head, you think of like, okay, you know, what am I going to wear if I get to meet Kathleen Kennedy? What am I going to say? Little did I know, I would be huffing and puffing, like almost sick after eating this like huge Mexican meal. And I'm like, hi, nice to meet you. Thank you for buying her shirt. So embarrassing. And then little did I know that like she was gonna wear our shirt at the panel. I didn't get into the room because we were setting up our booth this morning. And so I saw it on the screen. Actually, my friend Ray texted me a photo, and I was speechless. Like, I mean, honored is just, I mean, to say the least. So she's just such a strong leader for Lucasfilm, and I'm not even going to say female because that shouldn't come into play here. She's just a strong leader, and I've just heard so many wonderful things about her, and I feel like Star Wars is in excellent hands.
Be sure to follow Her Universe on Twitter and also the official fan page on Facebook. And visit their website, heruniverse.com. Also, follow Geek Girl World on Twitter, Facebook, Google+, and subscribe right here on YouTube. Thanks, and have a good day!